In many ways, Freemasonry in Ukraine was going through old traditional paths when education was often followed by some real actions that were made by the brethren outside of the lodge. It seems that first Freemasonry was capable of opening up the worldview and providing new horizons, and later its members began to see how bad or unfair the political system was in their country. The Russian Empire was basically very authoritarian, with very brutal serfdom, and these young nobles, educated people, including not just Ukrainian nobles, but Polish nobles, Lithuanian nobles, and of course Russian nobles, who were Freemasons, began to question this order. This notion was true for Freemasons during the 18th and 19th centuries. At least this tendency existed during those days, and the same had happened in France, anti-royalists sometimes, Poland, Polish patriots, Italy, Garibaldists, in Russia, Decembrists, and of course in Bavaria, where the Illuminati began to establish their own position and opinion on the existing political situation. After these people left the lodges, they wanted to do something else, something more political. Creating secret societies separated from the Masonic organization was not unpopular at that time. So they wanted some supplement to the lodge. In the lodge, they discuss philosophy. In those supplemented political societies, they are trying to change the order of the day. At the beginning of the 19th century, there were lodges in nearly every major town, including in Ukraine, including Kiev, Odessa, Zhytomyr, Kharkiv, Poltava, Lviv, Lemberg, and many more. Once, one of the lodges, titled United Slavs, was active in Kiev in 1818, and its name peculiarly resembles the future secret society that was established in Ukraine and had been called the Society of the United Slavs. This secretive group was associated with the Decembrists as well, and was involved in the works of the Southern Society. Southern Society was also part of the Decembrist movement. They were more radical. Southern Society was pro-Republican. They completely wanted to eliminate monarchy. Northern Society, another group, wanted a constitutional monarchy. And many of them were Freemasons as well, members of these societies and groups. The most radical faction in the Decembrist movement was Southern. The name itself was revolving around the idea that Slavs can unite around Ukraine without having any imperial control from St. Petersburg. It was calling for some form of federation or confederation of Slavic nations. This is Society of the United Slavs, has the same name of the lodge, United Slavs. So they had shared memberships. Polish lodges and later secret societies were not always very well connected to any Ukrainian groups of Decembrists, and especially its Russian military rebellious circles, which wished for a republic, but were not too friendly with Polish patriotism at the same time. Polish organizations and lodges in Ukraine were primarily working in the direction of the independence of their country, Poland.